Let's talk about some of the themes which currently are at play. There is EV on one side. There is a big move in manufacturing. Some are talking about green and clean. What are you betting on in terms of a new, big theme? Like consumer tech, fintech, like buying Zomato or Policy Bazaar was buying an internet theme. Are there any other powerful themes for 3 or 5 years which you're ready to align with them right now?
No, so all of these spaces that you spoke of, we are invested. Not yet in the EV space. We need to see some more time as numbers come in and we see losses reduce. But otherwise, these are the spaces that we are invested in. We liken this period to, like I said before, the 90s when software is a large industry, not in the index, delivering very strong growth, both in quantum and period for very long period of time. Happened in the same manner, electronic manufacturing, renewables, EVs, new tech, and maybe manufacturing with China plus one and defense, etc. have all come up. These are spaces which find a very strong presence in practically all of the portfolios that the house runs. Now, there are new things which are happening. It could be, power transmission, HVDC, etc. So as you get into renewable and that capacity scales up, you need to evacuate that power. So transmission will also show an increase. We are looking at a space like data centers, for example, but haven't really found companies which are investable. So spaces happening, themes happening. This is a period like no other period that at least I have seen over last 30 years. And when so many new spaces happened all together over last 3-4 years. So we say this is time for alpha, be with the newer spaces. That is where growth is cleaner, except that, one would have to be watchful for who is winning and who is not, because in newer spaces, winners and losers can change. So that's a risk, but otherwise, this is the future.
Prateek, Motilal Oswal AMC has just come out with a defense fund also. And it was, yeah. And after that, we've seen a big reversal in some of the defense stocks. It just could be a coincidence. But the grain of the truth here is that suddenly defense stocks are down 25 to 30%. What happens to this defense theme? And where is this entire basket headed now?
No, so in all of our actively managed funds, one should expect to find some investment into defense. We continue to be positive there. Depending on how the fund manager is thinking, 2.5 to 5% or maybe 7% also exposure to the defense fund, defense space you will find in most of our actively managed funds. So that should indicate to you that we continue to be positive. Now, yes, there has been a period when ordering has been a bit soft. That was expected. But now it has picked up again. If one looks at the secularity of growth over long period of time, I think this is one space which will deliver a secular 15+% growth in practically all of the participants, and that is more than what the index average is going to be. So we stay pretty positive on the space. So the downtick that we are seeing could very well prove to be a big opportunity.
Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us today.
There comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits. And then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.